X Games Norway 2019, are you ready? Skateboard Street, are you ready? Quarterpipe High Air, are you ready? Moto X Best Whip, you ready? Moto X Best Trick, are you ready? X Games Norway 2019, we're ready. Let's fire this up. Hot.
Street supremacy on the line here at Telenor Arena. Monster Energy Men's Skateboard Street Final. What's up, everybody? It's time for the Men's Skateboard Street Final. Brandon Graham alongside the voice of skateboarding, Gary Rogers, and a look at our storylines here today. We've got a couple of heavy hitters, of course, Kelvin Hoffler and Yuto Horigome. Here's Kelvin Hoffler with that gold medal performance last year here in Norway.
Definitely had one of the most uncharacteristic first runs I've ever seen from him. Bro, like, what you mean you're not gonna finish a line? I've never seen that. Whether it not be strong or whatever, he at least gets it done, so that was weird.
Yuto Horigome slaying the dragon, so to speak, at X Games Minneapolis just a few weeks ago, besting Nigel Houston, who's nursing an ankle injury, so he did not make the trip out here today. A look at our start list. As we said, Luan Oliveira, our top-ranked qualifier. Kelvin Hoffler won here last year. One name to keep your eyes on, though, Ashad Ware. And speaking of Ashad, he is our current leader after run number 1 with that 82. Who's going to catch him, or will he earn his very first X Games gold medal? We pick up the action here in run number 2. Kelvin Hoffler.
I don't want him to trail back because he can do it,
right?
But you got to focus on the fact that those might not be his everyday tricks. Like, those are his contest tricks that he's pulling out today while he's at practice. But now we want to see if Kelvin's
and again,
really geared up.
It wasn't a clean run, but enough just given the scores to put him into bronze medal position.
That's true.
It's still early in the comp. Knocking out Hoffler,
who just did a 900. Hey, he got the skin out of that tree. Kickflip, backflip, that big rail. Oh man, if he would have landed that full cat back tail better, I would say first place, but since he didn't, sorry. Sorry, sir. And you messed up on a tray flip. Sorry.
Yeah, the wheels coming off for Hoffler, who of course won gold here at X Games Norway last year. But the one thing I do have to give Kelvin Hoffler, and
half cab back 5-0 fake. Ooh, hit the knee. The Neo.
He's sitting in 4th place, Gary, but much like Nija, he seems to rise to the occasion when the pressure's onto him and his back's up against the wall. So it's almost like it's not an enviable spot to have to come from behind, but Kelvin is kind of that dude. Like, he's sort of built for situations like he's probably going to face on his final run.
When all the odds are against him is when he steps up.
11-year-old Raisa Leal, probably giving up some pointers.
Legendary Hall of Fame 11-year-old like Raisa Leal. Don't short my goddaughter.
Let me put some respect on her name. I apologize. Yuto Horigome. We get so excited when we watch him skate, but we have to remember,
relax,
like we're doing a golf call, so let's watch this.
So that's a 360 by Yuto. Get real close to your mic. So he's coming around.
Yuto's approaching the course.
He is 5-0ing. Oh, wow, that is very precise.
He's heading towards the transition here.
Okay, 270.
He sets
with the switch front blunt.
Switch front blunt.
Gotta let him concentrate. This is how he skates. Skates relaxed. I feel like we're doing yoga watching his run. I'm so comfortable.
20 seconds for Yuto Horigome on
20 seconds. No heel, no slide. He got it.
Oh my, that was
He is turning up, people. I'm telling you, he is lit
Gary.
like Bic the lighter. He is going up. Ooh.
Wow.
He held on. That doesn't really count for the full amount. Sorry, y'all. We just messing with you. Yuto putting together a heck of a run.
So
I'm glad we get to have fun here.
Origome,
This is not working. This is
who
a
won
great
gold
time.
at X Games Minneapolis just a few weeks ago.
Oh, wow. You seen him hit the wheels on that switch front blunt? That nollie nose slide was too good.
Sitting in 5th place.
That's what he just got?
No, that's where he currently is. Had a 38 on run number 1.
He'll get way more than that. What it do, Kelly?
A 59. You thought it was 3rd.
I thought it was going to be way
move
higher.
up in the standings.
Just because Kelvin had the 2 mistakes and still got the 72. But he also got the kickflip back lip on the big rail. So Yuto failed on his big rail try. Okay, all right, my hands is up.
Wow, so
My
Yuto Origome outside of podium position with 1 run to go. Gustavo
here's the
Ribeiro,
rookie.
the X Games rookie, 18 years old, already cleaner on run number 2.
2-set flip. He felt like he was in the air for a long time. You seen that? Help. Crook nollie flip. This is the one, man. You just got to finish it. Big spin up, super
I
dangerous.
feel like I'm watching a young Luan. Again, the first
No.
athlete to ever represent
Yeah, okay, you're right. You're right.
Portugal at
Gotcha.
the X Games, already making history, and he can't close it out, Garrett.
Bro, what type of skater are you when you can't land a dark slide, bro? Man, I'm getting sick of these. No, I'm just playing. That's impossible. The contest guys didn't want to give him that one.
But a lot to like about this run number 2 from Gustavo, Gary Rogers.
A lot. Just promising watching him do this already. He's got those weird contest pushes. Those things are horrible to look at, but his tricks are so good. Like, let him have the speed and get any type of flow to a part. You'll probably feel really good about it. I just don't like the way he pushes through the run. You know, obviously it's just to get speed because it's all spread out, but them things look like me in the face. His pushes. Like, you know when the club lights come on?
I know
I'm
exactly
standing
what
there
you're
in
talking
front
about,
of
and you're standing there, and I see you. A 73.66, putting Gustavo
Up there.
to 3rd place.
And he got his big rail trick.
So here's our current leader, Ashad, where every run is different when you watch this 27-year-old skate.
Uh-oh. He's doing some... Is Ashad found out to be consistent is key? Nope, because he just kickflip front blunt. Nope. You don't know.
And that
But he's a little more comfortable sitting in
is
first place.
the first fall we've seen from Ashad all day.
And what is that trick? Ashad can do that? I'm lying. I knew he could do anything. You know, nollie over heel. Nollie heel? Oh, yeah, you can't predict this.
But this is a classic case of
The shiny
when
bump.
you're riding with this sort of momentum
The back over crook.
and you feel like you're playing with house money, as Ashad Ware is right now.
Bro, what? What kickflip blunt was he about to do? Oh, my goodness, bro. This dude,
Outside of that one
kickflip
fall,
blunt, yeah.
what more can you ask?
And I think he really just wanted to make, like, look at him dancing. I think he, with that trick, was like, okay, let me just have a solid score. I'm already in first place, but let me actually get one of those a little higher than my first run scores. And had he had got that kickflip blunt front 180, he would have definitely.
And the reality is, right, if Nigel Houston is in this contest or Jagger
Who?
Eaton is in this contest,
Who?
and they're skating in first place, they are thinking with a totally different mindset on how their approach is to that line.
I got 5 lines. My 2 for elimination and my 3 for the finals.
That's what makes that guy right there
Ashad's like,
so dangerous.
I got 10,000 lines. Which one am I going to try to do right now?
Exactly. So Ashad will not best his run 1 score, but he stays in first place. Can Luan Oliveira knock him out, sitting in second?
I feel like if Luan just board slides the rail, he will. The big green one? Yeah. Whoa. That's different. Just one of the rail. Just one. You're the greatest. You're the great. Just one of the rail. Go ahead. Just touch the rail. The rail. Go to the hammer. Up. Over it. Okay.
You didn't specify that he needed to do anything on the rail.
Just touch the rail. Just touch. Oh. Wow. I really feel like he has to touch the rail just to get gold. I really feel like if he... That's why I keep saying it. I think... But he's so good. And flip tricks are so hard to do consistently in this. That's why a lot of guys are skating the rails. Because Luan's like, who's flipping a board like this?
Well, that's it, right? We've seen skaters who don't necessarily hit rails. We've seen skaters that don't utilize flip tricks. Yeah. But then you think about Luan, no one flips quite like him, but we know what he's capable of.
Definitely.
So second place is where Luan Oliveira will stay with 2 runs in. Here in the men's skateboard street final. Ashad Ware still leading the way. Will he win his first ever X Games gold medal? We find out. Third and final runs after this. Welcome back to the Monster Energy Men's Skateboard Street Final. We're through 2 runs, and Ashad Ware is still leading the way. Who's going to catch him? Let's find out as we pick up the action here in run number 3. Kelvin Hoffler won gold at X Games Norway last year. Right now, he's sitting in 4th place.
If you look at the TV right now, or your computer screen or your phone, however you streaming this, look at,
What did we say on his previous run?
I'm telling y'all to look.
What did we say, Gary?
He likes this.
You put this guy's back against the wall.
He's thirsty, bro.
And that's when he shines the brightest. 15 seconds for Kelvin.
I try to tell y'all all the time. He don't even know what to do. He don't even know what to do. Deduct. Deduct. He didn't know. Oh, no.
How does he end it? Oh.
Full cab, back tail. Didn't 5-0, didn't touch his wheel, nothing. Everything was going exactly right. Pinched on that back 180 nose grind. Textbook, kick with back lip. Bro.
Just when I was about to say, has he been playing this all day and was just waiting for this moment. Owner of 4 X Games medals, could it be a 5th as he jumps up into that bronze medal spot with the score of 79 and just leaves us asking what could have been if he closes out that run. So we move on to Yuto Horigome. A gold medal at X Games Minneapolis. Right now he's sitting
this too.
In 6th place, Gary.
Pay attention to this too. You know you don't like that. Came in a little low on that 2-7. 5-0 drop down. That's a good size drop. Whipping that. Switch front blunt. Tray flip up. Nollie heel nose slide. Go ahead, Yuto. Go ahead, Yuto. Oh my God. I think that rail might be too steep to come off that bank. That trick never messes with him. I'm talking about he got that in like, probably using chopsticks. Like, that's his thing, bro. He don't mess up on that. That was not any type of racism. That was just to display that they use chopsticks. And that switch from blunt was icy. Why Nollie 270? That's his thing.
So far, that seems to be the theme of run number 3, from Berger to Kelvin Hoffler to Yuto Horigome. Just unable to close things out, which means Kelvin Hoffler is guaranteed an X Games medal. It will be bronze. There are 2 guys left to drop in. We begin with our current leader, Ashad, where Luan Oliveira right behind him will be the final skater to drop in. A lot of pressure on Ashad right now. What?
Let's go, Black X's! Ah, we take it over! Kickflip back. Oh! Fell on that though? That's how you moving? That's how you feeling? For real? You don't fall and kick back lit, you just kick from front lit it.
So he'll try to pick it back up and
now the cab heel.
Get as creative as possible.
Switch flip. Back over crook. Kickflip fakie. Oh yeah, I ain't going home. I ain't gonna make it home.
So Ashad Ware is guaranteed a medal. He's only earned bronze in his X Games career because now he's guaranteed at worst a silver medal, which would be a career high for him. But right now, he's in that top spot. But leaving the door open for Luan Oliveira in search of his very first ever X Games gold medal. This is the best we've seen of Ashad Ware at X Games. First place is where he sits.
Where? Dad joke part
now
2.
I'm getting the dad joke.
I like terrible jokes because then people comment about it. I'm like, man, that dude is not funny. And I don't care because I think I'm a great guy.
So here's that moment that makes X Games the X Games. Can Luan Oliveira jump up and possibly win his very first ever X Games gold?
Is there more points for the pressure? Because he has to go last, or is it his tricks, his line?
Oh!
Oh, I'm not going out tonight.
And Luan Oliveira steps off his board.
Oh, I'm gonna miss my flight. Oh no, me and the shop about to burn Norway down.
And with this, it guarantees Ashad Ware his first ever X Games gold.
Black excellence! I'm just messing around. Oh! The Luan flip. The kick from front spin. Front side flip.
So Luan Oliveira unable to finish. He'll earn a 3rd career X Games silver medal, but all eyes on Ashad Ware.
He's right there. I'm horrible.
In his 15th X Games appearance, winning gold for the first time.
It's amazing. That is amazing.
I feel like you had a hand in this almost. Like you won.
Huh?
Because you've been hanging with him and you've been
I
talking.
hang with him. I don't know him.
You have been hanging with the Ashad Ware all weekend.
Don't lie. We were having
lie.
so much fun in Norway. So it's really good to see that. But this has nothing to do.
That's your guy.
This is literally his talent. He's been the greatest for years. And now it's displayed for the world to see. Shout out to Ashad, who finally started lining his hair up recently. And look at it. And wearing nice
New
clothes.
Jersey stand up. Ashad Ware wins his first ever X Games gold. Oh my goodness, let's head down to Jack Matrani, who's with Ashad.
Thanks, guys. I'm with Ashad. With the 15 X Games that you've competed in, you finally got a gold. What clicked for you out there tonight?
I don't know. Truthfully, I really didn't care. I was just like, whatever happens, happens. Like, I'm just out here just trying to have a good time. I was in a good mood, and then it ended up working out.
Dude, I'm so hyped for you. Congratulations on the gold. Well deserved. Much respect.
We're not done yet. When we return, the women of Skateboard Street hit the course, and the guys jump on the dirt bikes for Moto X Best Trick and Quarterpipe High Air. It all happens next here on World of X Games. Welcome back to the Monster Energy World of X Games. It's 3rd and final run time here in the Women's Skateboard Street Final. A familiar name is in the top spot, Mariah Duran, who's won this event twice before, taking the lead on attempt number 2. Who is going to skate away and try to challenge her for that top spot here in the final attempts? Our current leader, Mariah Duran, set to drop in for her final attempt. What can she do here to perhaps clean things up and give herself some breathing room with 2 big names still to drop in for their final attempts, Pamela Rosa and Ori Nishimura?
Definitely has one of the better runs out here today, so just finish her line and she's straight. Flip her hard flip. There we go. Now I'm worried about her ghetto bird. Or the new age ghetto bird. Y'all know it's different. It used to be a... Ooh, staying on that front feet. We'll sketch, but got it. Kick for front board. Here it is. I was concerned about it. I knew her body wasn't going to turn.
And everything up until that point had the makings of perhaps climbing that score for her, giving herself a little bit more breathing room, but unable to close it out, Gary, just leaving the door
Hard flip caught.
somewhat open.
Yeah.
For a Pamela Rosa or for Ori Nishimura, who are right behind her in the standings.
And,
Can Mariah Duran win a 3rd straight gold medal?
look at the bolts on the kickflip front board. Oh, so solid. Stop throwing up gang signs, children. Similar boys.
Maybe it means something different in Norway.
Nah, that's gang around the world.
So Mariah Duran will hold on to her run 2 score, and she must wait. Next to drop in, sitting right behind her, is Pamela Rosa. She's got 5 X Games medals. She's won this event twice before. Here's her chance to take over the top spot.
Oh, backlip in the big rail. I don't know what you've been told. That was nice. Crook grind, not all the way pinch, but more of a crook. No slide.
Remember, Pamela had a full pull on run number 2.
Front 180 up. Front Smith.
Yep. How does she close it out, Gary?
Tray flip. That was a little bit better than her second to me. Because she opened up with the back lip. So that was sketch. Woo!
Less
That
than
rail
2
is
points
huge.
separate Pamela Rosa from that gold medal spot.
Wow, moved in the pinch on her crook. Look at her face. Oh, I got it.
All 3 of the skateboarders,
Oh, no,
Ori,
you say, oh,
Pamela,
man.
and Mariah, in our podium spots right now, have won this event before.
Wow.
So it shouldn't surprise us if any of these 3 win another gold medal. But
Yeah.
did Pamela Rosa do enough? And Pamela Rosa does enough.
Oh, that would be so funny if they just start
55 to take away first place from Mariah Duran.
They just start boxing. She sees the score, right? Like, oh. I'm just kidding.
But it's not over yet, Gary. We have one final skater to drop in.
Look at her. She ain't got no friends around. She got that Uto focus. Ain't no partners around her. Nothing. She got black behind her eyes.
Ori Nishimura won gold at X Games Minneapolis just
she
a
looking
few
at her
weeks
like,
ago.
They're smiling, kicking it. I got gold to get.
She's won this event twice before. Can she win gold on her final run?
Front lip. front 50. One of the only girls in this hitting that box. Nobody's hitting that box. I mean, they're hitting the Euro, but not that box. So simple or not, backflip, got it. Kick flip up. Taking a breather, getting her legs. Nose grind, the big reel. She just, I told you, she didn't have an emotion. Nah, Yuta would have landed and still been quiet. She didn't have a single emotion until she knew she got the nose grind, so.
Aori Nishimura bringing the noise on her final attempt here in the contest.
That's looking like it's it. It's looking like it's it, baby. That's looking like it's it.
As we said, a gold medal. Just a few weeks ago, she had the momentum, Gary.
She missed her pop. She missed it. I like slow-mo sometimes, but she got it. This could be first place. Wow. Now they do a split screen of her and Pamela, because she's not going to be near Pamela. She's not going to have, no, I don't think she.
Pamela Rosa just took over first place with that score of 55.
Bro, look at that
That's
nose
what she
grind.
would have to best. That's the textbook. That's the Google image right there.
I hear you. See, she
Aori
ain't getting close.
Nishimura
Now look,
awaits the score
Pamela, stay away from me.
of 56.33.
At the buzzer, son.
Aori Nishimura on the final run of the contest wins gold. It's the third X Games gold medal of her career.
Wow.
Stick around though, when we return, the men of Moto X Freestyle hit the course, quarterpipe high air, and best trick when we return. Welcome back to the Monster Energy World of X. I'm Jimmy Coleman here in the booth alongside Mike Mason, and we are set to kick off some Moto X Best Trick. But before we get to it, lots of social media posts going on out there this weekend from X Games Norway, and one of the things that jumped out to my attention was this massive scaffolding structure, Mike, that they're using for the ski and snowboard big air competitions this weekend.
Yeah, it's insane what they can build. I've never actually seen this that close up before, and just looking at how massive this thing was and how fast the skiers and the snowboarders were going by just blew my mind.
This is round 2 of Monster Energy Moto X Best Trick. Round 1 is already in the books, and it's a couple of front flips and a double backflip that have you in your top 3 spots as of right now. Jackson Strong sits in the top spot with a 95 flat. Rob Adelberg just sits a point behind him with a 94, and Josh Sheehan in that number 3 position with a 93.33. However, we still have one more round of runs to go. Luke Ackerman threw out a double backflip in round number 1. That's not even good enough these days to get you in the top 3 as of right now. He sits in 4th with an 89.33. What is he going to do this time around, Mike?
He's lining up to 75. If I had to guess, it'd be some sort of 3.
And just sends that one. I mean, that's almost like a BMX style flat spin of how he does that. It's impressive to watch Luke do his 360s. I mean, that's a 225-pound machine right there that you're just flattening out as you rotate around a complete 360.
Yeah, you can just see him in full control right there, locking up the back wheel a couple times maybe to help with the spins. I don't know if it's speed it up or slow it down, but total control. Luke's such a solid guy. He's going to be around the sport for a long time.
So we had that double back the first time around, got him at 89.33. And if you're wondering, well, what's the difference between him and Josh Sheehan? Remember, Josh ended up taking his hands off on his double backflip, so that is the difference maker, if you will. So Luke will stick with that first run score, and he'll finish just outside of the podium here in Norway 2019.
Yeah, not a bad result. He's got to be stoked to be back after missing Minneapolis. That was a good showing.
Jackson Strong currently sitting in that #1 spot with a 95 flat. We mentioned that he is a perfect 7 for 7. 7 best trick starts. He's walked away with 7 different medals, looking to add to that tally, looking to make it 8 in a row. What do you think he's going to throw into the mix? We've already seen the no-handed front flip out of him in the first attempt.
Yeah, just going with the same trick again. I think maybe
hanging out there a little longer.
Yeah, every once in a while, even if he got a good score, maybe it was something personally that he just didn't feel was perfect with it. He wanted to go back and kind of get a little redemption. That should be close to the same score, maybe a little better. His hands did look like they were off a little bit longer. 2 solid jumps out of Jacko.
Taking another look at it here. I mean, he's been doing these front flips. I mean, if you're going to go back in the best trick history books of the X Games, this goes all the way back to 2011 when we were still in the Staples Center in Los Angeles. That's the first time he unleashed the front flip on us, and it's been working for him for many, many years. He's been dominant. Now he's doing front flip combos.
And that shows how hard this trick is. I mean, it's been around since 2011, and Jacko and Rob are pretty much the only 2 guys doing it. They have what we call a mechanical ramp, which will kind of assist you in the front flip. But Jacko and Rob are doing it off just our standard comp ramp, and like I said, that shows how tough it is.
And you can see the reaction by the fans inside the Telenor Arena here. So again, he netted himself a 95 flat in the first go around. And he's going to bump up a full point right there. So obviously the judge is feeling that he held the hands off a little longer, a little bit more extension on that go around. So he bumps it up another point right there and solidifies that top spot just a little bit more here. We'll crown a winner when we come back after this. Welcome back to the Monster Energy World of X. So we're down to our final 2, Josh Sheehan and Rob Adelberg. Josh currently sits in a bronze medal position here by virtue of that double backflip no-hander that we saw in round #1.
I'm guessing right here he's probably going to go for another one, kind of do the same thing Jacko did, maybe just clean it up a little bit. Wow, that was great extension on the no-hand there.
Dare I say that he not only did he get the hands off, but it looked like the upper body, he kind of leaned back a little bit more than what we saw out of that first attempt.
Definitely, he was going for it a little more. That was his last jump. He had to throw something big.
And watch how he leans back. It's hard to tell from that shot, but the next one
just keeps his hands off almost the whole first rotation there. That's so gnarly. When I used to do no-handed flips over 75 feet, it was a huge deal to keep my bars straight, to find my bars, make sure I was landing good, and he's doing 2 flips, spotting landings, making sure he's rotating right. He's just still, sticking with the young guns.
Well, just going back to earlier this month in Minneapolis, he got a bronze medal in best trick, he got a silver medal in freestyle, so he had a really good appearance there in Minneapolis. So
they're going to push his first score, kind of keep it the same.
93 flat, so they're going to dock him a little bit on that one. So they're saying the first one was better, so that 93.33 from round #1, that is going to be the one that holds up. But again, he's going to walk out of here with yet another best trick podium. So making 2 bronze medals in his last 2 appearances, but it all comes down to this last run. Rob Adelberg had a 94 with a front flip no-hander. It was a 1-point separation between him and Jackson Strong. Jackson's bumped it up another point. This is the only guy that can take this win away right now from Jackson Strong. It comes down to this last attempt, Mike.
Yeah, he needs a massive extension there. That
is not going to do it. That was a little scary on the landing there, but you can see the tentativeness on the hands coming off.
Landing a little front and high, and I think Jacko's got this thing, honestly. Everything was good there. It's just he probably felt the rotation was a little slow. You can see he came down on the back wheel there. Man, that trick's just so gnarly when you watch it. In slow-mo, you can just see how much is going on. And
at that angle, he actually got better extension than it looked like at real-time speed. So
he did.
I take back what I said right there.
He did
Something
get better.
happened in that takeoff.
Yeah, and you never know. He might have been thinking about a no-hander lander or something. Trying to get a combo going in there and just rush the trick a little bit, or rush the rotation, I should say, not the trick. But all in all, I'm sure he's going to be happy with a second if that's what the end result is.
He's coming off his first ever freestyle gold in Minneapolis earlier this month as well. He got 4th in best trick there in Minneapolis. He had a snow bike best trick win at X Games Aspen in January to start off the year. So again, I mean, he had a great 2018, and he's off to pretty much where he left off in 2018 here in 2019. So there you go. Jackson Strong walks out of here with a gold medal in Monster Energy Moto X Best Trick, followed by Rob Aberberg and Josh Sheehan. Your 1, 2, 3, but that makes 8 medals in 8 starts in this event for Jackson Strong, so the streak stays alive here in Norway. So we send it down to the floor for an interview with Jackson Strong.
Jacko, how are you able to stay so consistent in a sport that has so much risk and so much progression? You're now 8 for 8 in this event.
I think that it just comes down to training and hard work, but at the end of the day, it can be anyone's game out here. Everyone, it's just who's on for the day, and I think I'm just a bit luckier. I've got lucky a few times, so it's just, yeah, it's a gnarly sport. At the end of the day, it's just to stay safe, and if everyone comes away safe, it's a happy day.
What's going through your mind when you do a front flip and then take your hands off of a motorcycle?
Is this censored? Can I say bad words on here? Because that's what's going through my mind.
Now we're talking. Congratulations on your 6th gold, Jacko Strong.
Cheers, Jack.
So a big finish here at Monster Energy Moto X Best Trick. An Aussie sweep of the podium yet again, but the top notch goes to Jackson Strong for another perfect no-handed front flip. But coming up next, we've got Moto X Quarterpipe High Air. Welcome back to the Monster Energy World of X. We are set to kick off Moto X Quarterpipe High Air, but before we get to that competition, we've already had another Moto X event take place tonight. It was the return of Best Whip, and a guy who was extremely dominant in this event in the past. He came into this owning 9 medals in this event total, talking about Jared McNeil, and he was hungry for gold yet again, Mike.
Yeah, he was hungry for sure. I think he proved it. He came out with a little chip on his shoulder, even though he's got tons of medals in this event. He looked great, he looked aggressive, and deserved the gold.
So that makes it 5 Best Whip gold medals for him. That's 10 medals in total overall. So he's in the lineup here tonight for Moto X Quarterpipe High Air. But before we see him drop, let's learn more about him right now and what drives his passion to compete.
So I guess moving here in 2010, I was, 18 years old, which is quite young to move halfway around the world to be a professional athlete. And losing is just not on the card. You just don't want to lose. So for me, it's just like after getting my first Best Whip gold, which I knew for a long time was coming, and to finally get it, I was like, tick, all right, I've got that one and I want to keep it. Then moving into different disciplines, you know, like step up, that's something that I always wanted to do. And now that I have 3 gold medals in that, now I just want to keep winning that event too. So it's kind of hard. It gets harder. The more golds you win, the harder it is on yourself, because you want to just keep winning, winning, winning. So
Sure, but Jared McNeil makes it a 3-peat here.
Come back every year and dominate. That's what my plan was, and that's what my plan will always be to do. And hopefully all of them are gold.
Well, he's gotten the job done in Moto X Best Whip, and now it's time to fire up those bikes and see what he can throw down here in Moto X Quarterpipe High Air. We pick up action midway through the jam here tonight as these riders set to do battle. There's going to be 5 of them in the mix out here tonight. Corey Creed.
Yeah, Corey just in his own world, man. I think he thinks he's out there by himself just showing off. Man, he is just boosting this thing right now. He might be tough to beat. Like I said, Axel's 1 jump away from making this thing competitive, but Creed just keeps launching the thing every single time.
We'll see what happens with the timing here if they're going to get another round of runs here. Should get at least 1 more round, possibly 2. We'll just have to wait and see.
There we go. That was a, oh my gosh, he is barely catching that landing. That was a really good one. I'd like to see the height in this one.
By the way, Corey Creed has set a new X Games Moto X Quarterpipe High Air record. He's still got 40.37 feet from attempt number 2, so that is the current X Games record.
Axel's right there. It's
going to be on par with the last one, but I still don't. I think Corey's got him just by a little bit here on this one.
Yeah.
But that'll give you full appreciation of how high they are above the arena floor.
Yeah, such a rad angle. I love Quarterpipe, all the different angles. It just kind of really shows you, how high these guys are going. And you can see Axel's pretty bummed right there. I think he's really giving it a go, but Corey's just a little bit ahead of him.
I mean, at that point, what do you think the mindset is at that point where you said this thing, is you think that you're going to be in that top spot, you're like, what else do I have to do?
It's got to be deflating. And, you know, Axel's, he wants that thing, and he's really trying. He's getting into the ramp. He's being aggressive, but Creed's just got a lock on this thing right now.
So we're down to the final 30 seconds here. This could potentially be the last round as we take another look at Jared McNeil here. Your best whip gold medalist from earlier tonight.
All in all, good day for Jared. Added to the medal count. Got out of quarter pipe safe. I'm sure he's stoked with the weekend.
He broke the tie that he had with BMX athlete Vince Byron for most Australian medals. They were both tied with 14, so by virtue of Jared winning tonight, he now has 15. So he is the sole leader of that stat here at the X Games. So the buzzer has sounded. We have run out of time. This could potentially be the last round of runs here. Best we've seen out of Elijah Aldoff so far, 9.69 meters. It's got him just outside of the podium as of right now.
Yeah, I'm still stoked for the dude. That's got to be so tough working a full-time job and then coming out. Like, I'm sure he practices, but you know, his whole life he can't revolve around a dirt bike with the job. So for him to come out here and compete with the boys, that's awesome.
Yeah, whenever he gets time off of work, he's out there, and they got an 18-foot quarter pipe out there at Brett Turcotte's compound. So him and Turkey are getting after it. So I heard some rumors that Turcotte potentially wants to ride this thing as well.
That'd be awesome. Let's get more guys in this thing.
Brett, if you're out there listening, come on out. 2020. Check out the style right there out of Tyler Behrman.
Yeah, Tyler's got such a unique style. I love watching this guy ride, whether it's out in the hills or at X Games, and you can tell he was really trying to get into that one. I think he might just be a little short of those other two guys, but man, A for effort. He was really going for it.
Yeah, you know, he's coming back off of injury earlier this year as well. He returned to riding in June of this year. He had a major injury in September of last year while he was in Australia training for an event. Bike ran out of gas on the face of a jump, and he went through a hard road there and just getting back on the bike in June of 2019. So he was super stoked. It was a bit of an emotional win for him, the best whip there in Minneapolis 3.5 weeks ago.
Yeah, absolutely. Creed is just still out there trying to touch the rafters.
You talk to him about what happened last year, and he's like, I wanted it, I'm hungry, I came into 2019, and this is all I've been focused on. And when he came into Minneapolis here a couple of weeks ago, he did exactly what he set out to do, and he hasn't let his foot off the gas, figuratively or literally.
I have just seen no fear out of this guy. He's ridden 3 different setups now this year and pretty much been dominant on all 3 of them. This is his event right now.
He's still going higher. He had a 12.31. Now he's at a 12.39.
I told you this whole thing, he never let up once. He was going for it every single time. So Axel's really going to have to pull something out here if he wants that gold medal.
You're over 40 feet at this point. All of his attempts in Minneapolis were over 30 feet in height. Now you're into the 40s here in Norway.
I think it's safe to say he's digging the ramp.
Could this be the one? Can Axel Hodges, look how much, it's crazy to watch. He lands perfectly in the center of that ramp every time, but he bottoms out.
Yeah, he's just catching
I don't want to say bottoms out. He's in control. It doesn't look sketchy at all.
He just catches that transition a little bit.
Yeah, he
gets like a G out.
He doesn't bounce off of that roller at all.
Yeah. Man, what an event. These guys are really pushing it. I think even from the first year we had this event, you know, we're seeing a lot more guys getting up there. Little smoke show. There we go. Nice job, Corey.
Corey has made it 3 in a row. He gets the win in Minneapolis 3.5 weeks ago. A week and a half ago, he follows it up with a quarter pipe win at Nitro World Games, and now he gets another one here at X Games Norway. This guy's been on a run for the month of August.
Yeah, 2019's been his year. He's hands down got this event pretty dominated right now. Axel's 1 step away from being close. Tyler's 1 step away from being close, but what we just saw out of Creed right there is pretty insane.
So 40 feet 7 inches was the final biggest height there for Corey Creed again, and that is a new Moto X Quarterpipe X Games high air record. But right now, let's check in with Jack Matrani, who is down there with our gold medalist.
You backed up your gold medal from Minneapolis. How hyped are you right now?
Oh man, I was actually more nervous on this one than anything because I had the target on my back after Minneapolis. So to come, man, this has been the longest week of my life. But I'm, man, so pumped. You know, shout out to all the boys, you know, riding this ramp. Shout out to Andre, XGames Norway for having me. Man, I'm stoked.
How do you have the courage for 15 minutes to just hit this thing and go almost over 40 feet?
I get into like a weird vibe. Like my mechanic tries to talk to me and I just kind of bar him off too. I just get in the zone and just try to picture what I can do.
Did you see anything on the beams up there when you're up there?
Nah, not quite. It looks like we're going to go close, but we're not there.
Well, congratulations, man. What an adrenaline rush.
So a big night for Corey Creed, and that makes it 2 X Games gold medals and 2 appearances in Moto X Quarterpipe High Air. That's 3 gold medals we've handed out in Moto X here today, as well as 2 gold medals over in men's and women's skate street. So an epic day of competition here inside the Telenor Arena for X Games Norway 2019. That's a wrap for us. On behalf of myself, Brandon Graham, Gary Rogers, Jack Matrani, and Mike Mason, we thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.